And take a few rolls of the shoulders, create a little bit of space in the neck, even roll the head side to side. And every morning, I've even been like incorporating just like rolls of the wrists, even the ankles, just creating a little bit of mobility. It's like the name of the game these days, where things might feel a little bit stagnant or stuck. Nice to just like bring in just a little bit more movement. And so once you find a comfortable neutral, see if you can broaden across the collarbones a little bit more and then soften the shoulders away from the ears. And you can even soften the eyes. Maybe bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest, or just let your hands rest where they want to land and just focus on your breath for a moment, just to start to observe. And as we were like talking about before, like what a gift the breath is, right? Something that we like really at times take for granted. Having this like fuller or full capacity to breathe in and out with a bit of ease or just a bit of like like it's just automatic, right? Like something we don't really think about. And so maybe in that little shift of perspective, you take a moment just to honor your body and thank your body for breathing for you with a bit of ease. And then see if you can even deepen each inhale and lengthen each exhale. And take a few more just to settle in. Think about just like sinking into the moment you're in right now. Maybe with every exhale you take throughout your practice today, you feel just a little bit more ease. And maybe that's the goal for today. And bring your hands to your knees if they are not already there. And then take your next breath in. Start to think about lifting your sternum up or almost drawing it forward a bit, forward and up, and lifting your chin, lifting your face. You can start to open up through the front side of the body. And then as you exhale, chin towards your chest and start to round your upper back and think about almost like cat in the spine, and your upper back starts to tip back behind you a bit more. You roll your shoulders forward. You do that with breath. Two more rounds. Inhale to lift the chest, lift the chin, roll the heads of the shoulders back. And then exhale, bring the shoulders forward, curl in. One more inhale to find like cow in the spine. Exhale to find seated cat. And then come back to neutral. Think about the top of your head reaching up. A breath in to reach your arms up overhead. If you can, interlace your fingers and flip your palms up. And think about pressing up away from you. And then maybe at the same time, without drawing the shoulders really far up towards your ears, maybe think about your shoulder heads dropping down a bit more. Take one more breath in. You might even look up towards your hands. And then exhale, release the arms down. Walk your hands forward and come into tabletop pose. We'll take a little bit more movement in the spine here, but also bringing in a little bit more work into the core. You can find lateral movement now, side to side. So think of that C curve. Create a little space in the ribs, in the side body. And then you'll come to neutral when you're ready. Start to send your right leg behind you and let it float about hip height if you can. And you might stay here and press down through your right hand a little more, maybe reach your left hand forward at the same time. And this can be, for me, it's a lot of work. But this might be like where you are, and you reach your right heel back behind you, your left fingertips forward. Take one more breath in, stabilizing the core a little more, and then drop your hand down, drop your knee down. Take a breath in to find regular cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round into cat pose. Chin to chest. Back to neutral. Now your left leg, send it behind you. Press back through the heel if you can. And then maybe reach the right hand forward. So there's opposing forces pulling away from one another. And then in the middle is that stability. Take one more breath in where you are. And then set your hand, set your knee down. Again, find cow on an inhale. Cat on an exhale. And you come back to neutral. If you want, you can stay here or tuck the toes, lift the knees, and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And you can even separate the feet a lot and bend the knees a lot. And maybe pedal out the feet. This can create a little bit more space in the low back, especially. Might feel really nice. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees even more. And then just slowly roll all the way up. Just standing. Heel to your feet a little bit closer. Take a breath in to turn your palms forward and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And a breath out, draw them back and down. Take one more full breath in right here. Find ease on your exhale. And your next breath in, you'll reach your hands up overhead. Maybe even look at your fingertips. And then slowly fold forward, bending the knees. Take a halfway lift here, hands to your shins or to your thighs. And then walk your hands back forward to that downward facing dog. Doesn't have to be the deepest down dog, but just bend your knees. You're just here for a breath in to lift up to your toe and a breath out to drop your knees down. Take a breath in to find cow. Breath out to find cat. Come back to neutral. And then swing your legs around just to find an easy seat. One shin in front of the other to start. Hands back to your knees. Take a breath in to sit up nice and tall. Breath out to soften the shoulders away from your ears. Now keep your left knee bent. Send your right leg long here so the sole of your foot can even come into your inner thigh. You'll reach your hands up on an inhale and then start to turn your navel over towards the left a bit. And then you'll just tip over towards your right leg. And no goal here, just the idea is to create more length along the left side. So it's not about how low or where your hands can come and touch your toes or where it lands on your leg. Just think about the line from your left heel, not your left heel, your left hip, all the way through your left fingertip. And can you let that be a little longer for one more breath in? And a breath out, slowly come up. And then you'll switch, left leg long, right knee bent. Breath in to reach both hands up. And now just turn your navel over to the right a bit. So then you can tip over to the left foot or towards the left foot. You can let your left forearm or your left hand rest to support you, and then reach through the right fingertips. Maybe tip a little bit more to create a little bit more space, a little more stretch. One more breath in to sit up. Now take both soles of the feet together, knees wide, for Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. You can hold on to your ankles or to your shins, maybe your knees, but sit up on an inhale first. Stay here or start to think about your heart going beyond your toes, tipping forward, just so you can create a little more space in the sacrum, the low back. Once you reach that point where you're like, okay, this is good. I'm creating space, not going any further. Don't push. Just start to soften the shoulders. If you can, soften the elbows, and then maybe even drop the head. Again, goal is not about how low you go, just creating a little bit more space. As we breathe in and out. One more inhale. Full exhale. And then you'll slowly sit back up. Take your legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. Make sure you have enough space behind you. You have the choice if you want to bring, you have a pillow close by, awesome. And you want to bring it right below the back of your heart, right? Like set it there so your heart rests on something higher. You can. If not, you'll just come all the way to the ground. And then your legs can either stay long or bend your knees. So you're on that pillow or not, doesn't quite matter too much. Just reach your hands up towards the sky if you can on your next breath in. And then start to let the arms open wide like the letter T, or bend the elbows and create like a W. The weight of your head on the ground or on that pillow underneath you. If you have your heart a little bit more elevated on that pillow, you might feel the space in the front of the body expand a little bit more. Take a full breath in. Soften your fingers, soften your face as you breathe out. Maybe close the eyes if you can, let the eyes get heavier. Stay as you inhale, feel the front of your body expand. Find ease on your exhale. And a few more like that. Breathing in to expand. And breathing out to soften. And if you're comfortable here with your heart elevated on a pillow, stay, or if you'd like to be on the ground completely for these last final moments, you can roll off of that blanket and lay down onto your back. Wherever you are, see if you can soften your toes. Soften the muscles in the legs. If you can, just release something where you're holding tension. Maybe take a breath in. Send ease there as you breathe out. And even if there are sounds around you, things or people to tend to, Can you feel that place inside of you, even if there's things around you going on? Can you feel just a little place inside of you that knows with every breath in, you can expand, and every breath out, you can find just a little bit more calm, ease, and presence. Remembering that no effort is ever wasted. So even if your mind and your body are not in the same place at the same time, which is often the case, just taking a moment to breathe a little bit more deeply or to move your body in a different way creates or generates something, whether it's more presence, more patience, more ease, or more calm. Again, take a breath in, slow breath out. And as you start to find little movements, maybe in the fingers and the toes, and the wrists and the ankles again, maybe even rocking the head side to side. If you feel compelled to take any other movement here, whether it's a little bit of a twist in the spine, or maybe even rolling to one side when you're ready, coming to a seat and taking what you need as you find that seat. Maybe it is returning to those cat cow like motions or rocking the shoulders, moving them around in a circle, maybe rocking the head side to side. And once you are in a seat, there's no rush to get there, of course. Sit up tall, take one more breath in right here, fill up. Slow exhale out to generate a little more ease. You might even bring your hands together in front of your heart here. Maybe even then lift your thumbs towards your forehead. Maybe lifting your chin, lifting your face, remembering that this practice is a practice of kindness towards yourself. Again, no effort is ever wasted. And so you can then generate that little bit of kindness or ease or calm or presence for yourself, and then give that out in your own way to others around you. Namaste. I hope that was helpful.